everybody, and welcome back to Prescott Gallery of Homes. I'm your host, Steve Irwin, and today we have Kim Irwin with us.
Hi, how are you?
So, we get a lot of questions. You know, January or July 15th, they've extended our tax filing deadline, and I thought in this episode it'd be really nice to talk about some of the tax breaks that the state of Arizona gives us. Back in 2000, the voters approved a constitutional amendment to allow for what's called a senior tax freeze. So if you look on your property tax report, you'll see full cash value, you'll see limited cash value. It's that limited cash value that you tend to see rise when there's a increase in property taxes from the county or from the college district. So here's how it works. You go over to the county assessor's office. You ask for a senior freeze application.
And that's on the bottom floor, I think.
It's on the first floor of the Fair Street building.
Fair Street building, yes.
Or you can call me, and I'm happy to email you a copy also. So what you're going to want is verification of your age. We can do a passport, driver's license, or birth certificate. They're going to want to know that you've lived in the state for 2 years before you apply for the tax freeze. So if you have a utility bill or something like that, that would work. And then they're going to want an income worksheet. So it's an income-based program. So most seniors, if you're on a limited income or a fixed income, you're over age 65, you can get what we call the senior tax freeze. Now, you have to file for it between July 1st and the end of September every year. So that's how that works. That's called the tax freeze. There's other types of tax we can do too. Like your mom, we did.
My father passed away, and my mother was left with a very limited income. So we were trying to go through the possibilities of changing and getting her some discounts, and we actually found out about the widows.
Yeah, so there's a disability discount because your mom's disabled. If there's somebody in the household that's disabled, they can apply for the disability part. They would need a doctor's statement. There's a form that the doctor completes and fills that out. The other thing is what Kim was talking about is the widow or widower's benefit. So if you're in a house and your spouse passes, many times, depending on the cost of the home and income, it can literally take your taxes to zero.
And it did. It took everything away, and that was a huge help at that time.
It was a great help. And here's the thing that most people don't know. The benefit continues even if the senior or the widower doesn't live in the home no more.
Yes.
They will still get that tax benefit. So 3 opportunities to lower your property tax: the senior freeze, the widower's benefits, and the disability benefits. So go over to the tax assessor's office, tell Judd that Steve and Kim sent you. If you don't get out that often, or you'd rather get it in your email, give me a call. My number is here at the bottom of the screen. I'm happy to email it to you or fax it at any time.
And we just helped a client through a transaction, and we were looking over her statements of income and things like that. And it was a great help for her to get with someone that understands the different laws about that, and save her some money because she was on a fixed income. And that becomes a little bit nerve-wracking when you're trying to make the ends meet.
You know, and a little bit about taxes. We're always hearing that, your taxes were just raised 0.5% or 2%. Well, over a number of years, that adds up to a lot.
It does.
And when you're disabled or on a fixed income, it can be the difference of keeping your house or losing it.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Speaking of houses, you got a nice listing at the ranch.
I am very excited about this. This is 525 Windermere Circle. Beautiful home on the hill. It just overlooks all 3, almost 180 degrees of Mingus out towards San Francisco Peaks. Just a gorgeous home. It has 36 square feet in it. It is a 2-level. It does have an elevator. This is a state-of-the-art custom home. There was no things that were not thought of in this home. 4-bedroom, 4-bath, very different schematics. You can have a master on one side, and the downstairs level is a separate living level. They are needing to downsize, and so we would ask you to check this house out. It is at $695, which is one of the lower prices in the ranch. They are a very motivated seller, and if you'll contact me at Kim Irwin, 710-1604, I would love to show you this home. It is a true gem. The outside living is almost as appealing as the inside living. They have made very nice patio areas on front and back, private setting up on the hill, and definitely check out 525 Windermere Circle in the ranch.
The nice thing about this, it's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, complete bath, and the bottom patio is spectacular, but there's an upstairs patio that's just as nice too.
Yes. All around this house is made for Arizona living. I always express to my clients, when you're looking for a home, outdoor living is very important.
So, having houses for sale are really nice. I get a lot of phone calls for people looking for rentals. What do you have on the rental side?
Well, rentals are very in short demand right now, and all the different 2 or 3 different rental companies that I called, they are just backed up. Be careful, you'll get caught up in the credit checking situation. They do charge $50 for the credit checks. A lot of times those houses are already spoken for, and so it's very disheartening to call back and find out that you've paid your $50 and you didn't get the house anyway. That being said, there's also a lot of deposits, a month and a half worth of deposits, first and last. So you're looking at $5,000-$6,000 just to get yourself in the door, not including the deposits with utilities. And especially your first-time utility person, everybody wants a deposit.
Well, you know what they're doing is not only do they want to interview the people that are going to live there, but now they want to interview your pet.
Yes, pets are very critical, especially if you have large dogs. You're going to really find a hard time trying to get a rental, because the insurance, especially if you have a pit bull or a large like Rottweiler, some of those large breeds of dogs that are can sometimes get out of control a little bit, and it's just the biting issue, and insurance with the actual owner of the home, his insurance goes up. So with pets, it's very difficult.
Now, one thing I do know a lot, that when you do a rental and you're disabled, you can make some modifications to the home.
You can have
a grab bars and things like that, ramps. The secret is that when you move out, you have to restore it to the way it was when you got it.
Yes, and you can have your assisted pet. There's no problem with that. That's a Fair Housing Act thing, that you should not be disqualified because you have a security pet that you have to have. Just to give you an instance, and where I'm going with this is, I really am passionate about this, and please give me a call if you have any questions about where you're at in your living status. Prescott, just a standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath, we're talking $2,800, and those additional deposits, $2,400 for the same setup. So Prescott is significantly high on the rental thing. PV, if I go down to PV, and these are only 2-bedroom, 2 baths, we're looking at $1,450, $1,500, and then I have one here in Prescott Valley at $1,600. So my bottom line there is, if you're paying this higher rent, please check in your budget, and let's talk about buying a house. Because with buying a house, your payments can go significantly cheaper. I just closed a house. They were paying $1,700 in rent, and now they're paying $1,350 in a purchase of a home. Very nice, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and
In a nice area of Prescott Valley.
Prescott Valley, absolutely. So let me go over just for a few minutes your FHA. FHA is one of the ways that you can get into a home with a minimum amount down. That is 3.5% down off the base price of the house. Now that money can be gifted if you have parents or family members or someone that wants to help you out. That money can be gifted, and we can help you do that. Also too, if you have been working a long time and you have a 401k that's built up, there is a program in the 401k on most job sites that will allow you to borrow that money back out only for the purchase of a home. If you're a first-time home buyer, there is some conventional 3% programs that will allow you to start get in a home.
On that first-time home buyer, it doesn't mean that you never bought a home before. No. It means that you haven't purchased a home in the last 2 years.
Yes.
So even if
kind of qualifies around.
Right.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Even if you have owned a home, multiple homes, as long as you haven't purchased a home in 2 or 3 years, you're going to be we're considered a first-time home buyer.
Now, and you also have to, that takes your tax in your mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance is a program that, because your down payment is not the 20%, that is a security for the banks that you will make your payment. And once you get to a certain point that you've paid, 20%?
It's 20, yeah, once you have 20% equity, they'll drop the private mortgage insurance. Unless you're a veteran using your VA benefits, there's no mortgage insurance. And
that's another thing I was going to touch on. The VA, absolutely zero down. So check yourself, make sure that you have a current VA certificate. If you do not, we can help you do that. I have a lender who is on task with that. Secondly, with the credit scores, they are looking for at least a 620. Now, sometimes that's a little hard when we've had some COVA and loss of income, but please call us, and we do have lenders that are willing to help you get through this credit process, tell you maybe you need to pay that credit card off first, or bring down your debt to income ratio and help you find yourself a home. I think that's always some person's dream, is to have a home. You can do what you want. You can have the privacy, because in these rentals, they have the ability to knock on your door with written notice and come in and check your house every so often. And it's just a privacy thing. It's so much nicer to be able to pay that lower payment and have it be your own. So please, if you're in that market, or if you're not, just give us a call. If you're trying to sell your home, we'd love to do a free CMA. We're a full service brokerage. We love to do all types of real estate, commercial, estate sale, all of it.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, that's great advice, especially for people looking to rent, because we get a lot of calls on that.
We do.
And there's almost no rentals.
There is not.
The ones that are available are very expensive, like you indicated. And truly, you can buy a very nice home a lot cheaper than what you can rent.
Absolutely. Real estate is very aggressive right now. So if you are wanting to do it, the interest rates are lower than they've ever been. They're 3.25, 3.45, 3.21. They're just the lowest they've ever been. So I would suggest you look at your portfolio. Give us a call. All it is a phone call. 928-710-1604. That gets me. 928-710-8257 gets Steve. And we will definitely get you in touch with the right people to get you rented or purchased.
Okay, thanks, Kim. The rental thing's really important because truly you can buy a home versus rental.
Absolutely.
Want to end the show. Get a lot of calls and concerns about the COVID-19 precautions that we're taking. As a real estate company, we're doing virtual showings, literally FaceTime and Zoom and those type of things. We're virtually walking through the homes for clients. When we do enter homes, we're using all the precautions the county gives us, including face masks, sanitizer, gloves in many cases. So if that is a concern of yours about placing your home on the market, just know that we've been specially trained by our medical personnel to handle property in high contact areas appropriately. Oftentimes we don't even ride in the same car. We follow
Sometimes
each other.
whatever's comfortable
Whatever's comfortable.
for the client.
Anyway, if you're thinking about buying or selling, give Kim or I a call. We'd love to talk to you. And thanks for watching the show.
And have a great day. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.